What's up, y'all? It's frycooksonly coming at ya for part 9, Mass Effect Let's Play, and I am so relieved to say that I have not vomited just yet. Just feeling great. Happy to be back. Going away this weekend. I'm gonna try to get a couple videos in before then. So let's get right to it. Now, before we do anything else, we are going to check in with our crew again. That's kind of the routine, kind of the ritual. After every mission, we do a little bit of a meet and greet, kind of check in, kind of see how everybody's doing. Okay, we already talked about this person, so talk to this person rather. I don't feel like we need to talk to him anymore.
Yes, Commander.
But however,
Is there
who I
something
do
you
think
need?
we need to talk to is my number one girl.
should go.
If you are here to talk about Benezia's death, you need not bother. She brought it upon herself.
All right, that is cold.
Don't pretend it doesn't bother you. She was your mother.
She was. But she was not. I prefer to remember Benezia as she used to be, before she was corrupted by Sovereign's power.
The best of your mother lives on in you. Her determination, her intelligence, her strength.
That is kind of you to say. I appreciate your concern, but I am fine. Benezia chose her path, just as I have chosen mine. I am with you until the end, Shepard.
Valentine's Day is over, but it is cuffing season. Am I right?
I like talking with you, Liara.
I don't know if it's
No matter what the
cuffing
subject.
season.
You have been
I'm
very
not sure.
understanding with me, Shepard.
There's cuffing
Very
season and there's
patient.
hose season,
I
according
appreciate
to
I know there are some strange beliefs about my people.
a YouTuber
I
I
am familiar
once
with the legend
watched.
of Asari promiscuity, but those rumors have little basis in fact. When one of my people joins with an individual from another species, it is a very deep and spiritual exchange. We do not enter
spiritual. I
lightly
could
into
get
a
spiritual on it. I used to go to church.
You make it sound almost mystical.
A true union goes far beyond an ordinary melding. It is a connection that transcends the physical universe. Two become one. Thoughts and senses merge, identities intertwine. Memories and emotions weave themselves together, becoming entangled in a single, rapturous whole. It is unlike any other experience. In some cases, it can be a truly life-changing event.
So I'm thinking this is gonna be like some Shape of Water shit. Like she's gonna have like a penis coming out of her hand or something, and we're about to have to do this shit in a bathtub or something. That's where I'm at right now with this.
It sounds amazing. Are you saying...
No. Oh, no. I am not very good at this, am I? I'm sorry, Shepard. I am trying to explain why I have been so... reserved. The Union is more than just sex. It is the lifeblood of my species, the way we Asari evolve and grow as a society. That is why I have never... that is why we must choose our partners with great care.
Alright, I get it. It's her first time. She's nervous. It's nothing to worry about.
I want you to be absolutely sure about this, Liara.
I am only 106, barely an adult by Asari standards, and I spend most of my time
Well, I
absorbed
am
in my
a gold
research.
digger, so...
I never really thought about it. Not until I met you. You are very special to me, Shepard. But with all that's happened, Saren, the Geth, the Reapers, I do not know if we are ready for this.
These are dark times, Liara. Maybe once all this is over.
I'm glad you understand, Shepard. There is too much at stake. We need to put aside our personal feelings and focus on stopping Saren. I wish it did not have to be that way. But we all have to make sacrifices. Let's talk about something else.
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
Okay, well, she may be timid, she may be shy, maybe a little bit coy, but she is my one true love, and I'm mainly trying to figure out if she's gonna have like a wiener on the inside of her hand or something. I don't know. I'm thinking it's getting hot and heavy, and we're both kind of just dancing around the issue, but I think it's going to come to a head eventually. And, I'm glad it's consensual between us. I'm glad there's a mutual, understanding of feelings. It's really nice to feel that way about another person, in my life. I know it's just a game. It's just a game. I'm not
What do you want,
it's just a
Shepard?
game, guys. Okay.
Why did you become a mercenary?
Lots of reasons.
Like,
Such as?
Such as, I needed to get out of our system. I needed to eat. I needed to survive.
but why leave?
Why not stay and help your people?
I tried to help. That's why I had to leave.
But what? Okay.
What happened?
I was betrayed. I was head of a small tribe. We were trying to restore order after the war, but the other tribes were against us. They followed Jared, one of the few warlords who survived the war with the Turians. But he was old, and so were his ideas. He wanted to continue the war. He wanted us to fight. Turians, Solarians, each other. It didn't matter who, as long as we were fighting.
But what about
What did
you?
you want?
I just wanted Jared to shut up, to stop his ranting. I wanted him to stop leading the tribes astray. But he couldn't understand how much things
Jared
had
is a very,
changed.
unexpectedly
We didn't
human
have
name
the
for
numbers to go to war.
someone that Rex would have
Even
been
if
hanging
we
out
did,
with.
the genophage made sure we couldn't replenish our numbers fast enough. I told them all to forget about war. We needed to focus on breeding, at least for one generation. And for a while, we were getting through. Some of the tribes started coming around.
What about Jared?
I take it the warlord didn't appreciate
jeweler.
that.
No, he didn't. He arranged a crush with the tribes, a meeting on neutral ground. He wanted to talk. We met at the Hollows, near the graves of our ancestors. The skulls of our dead laid bare to remind us where we come from and where we all go. It's as sacred as any Krogan place can be. Violence is forbidden.
But you still went.
Sounds like a trap to me. You must have suspected as much.
I did. But when your father invites you to a crush, well, there are some laws that even we hold sacred.
Jared was your father?
He was, until that day. We talked, but we didn't get anywhere. When it was clear that I wouldn't join him, he gave the signal.
Shit.
His men leapt from the graves of our ancestors like Krogan undead. The few that were loyal to me died quickly. I escaped with my life, but not before I sank my dagger deep into my father's chest. That is why I left, and that's why I'll never go back.
Huh. That's pretty intense, I'm not gonna lie.
You must have family other than your father. Don't you miss them?
You trying to make me cry, Shepard? I've got some unfinished business with my family, but that's all.
Okay.
What kind of business?
Before I left, I made an oath to my father's father. I swore to recover my family's battle armor. It was taken from him after the uprising.
Oh, we're fucking
What's
going
so
after
important
that.
about this armor?
It's a relic. Useless, really. But it was worn by 5 generations of my family before the war. It's rightfully mine. Originally, it was taken by the Turian military. We weren't allowed armor or weapons after the war. Now, it's in the hands of Taun Actus, a Turian scum who collects relics from the war. He's made millions selling Krogan artifacts that were stolen from my people. He's got several bases where he stores his goods, all fortified and guarded.
Okay.
I just don't know which base has my family's armor.
Well, we're gonna look for it, Rex. I swear.
Just tell me where to start looking.
I'll upload the data to your nav system. But Commander, I want to be there when you find him.
So long, Rex.
I got you, man.
Shepard.
You know, I don't know if I've ever done Rex's mission, so I think we will. We haven't. I've legitimately been missing Ashley every single time,
Commander?
so let's go talk to her.
What's your opinion of the last mission?
You mean the Rachni, right? They were dangerous, Commander. They proved that 2,000 years ago. I think it was a mistake to let them go. But
Okay,
that
well,
wasn't my call to
it's
make. It was
legitimately
yours.
none of your fucking business, Cadet.
You know, you really should talk to Tassoni about her mom. She has to be hurting.
I did. We're
Just saying,
very
Commander.
close, okay? I talk. We talk.
Do you have a few minutes to talk? One-on-one?
Sure, I was hoping to get a minute of your time off the record.
Uh-huh.
Is this duty-related, Chief?
No, ma'am. Well, maybe. I know things are different aboard the Normandy, but I'm concerned about the aliens, Vicarian and Rex. With all due respect,
Another
Commander,
xenophobe.
should they have full access to the ship?
They may not serve the Alliance, Chief, but they're allies. At least as far as Saren goes.
This is the most advanced ship in the Alliance Navy. I don't think we should give them free rein to poke around the vital systems. Engines, sensors,
Well, that's
weapons.
definitely not your call to make.
You don't trust the Alliance's allies?
I'm not sure I'd call the Council races allies. We, humanity, I mean, have to learn to rely on ourselves.
But we need
Standing
friends
up for
too.
ourselves doesn't mean standing alone.
I don't think we should turn down allies. I just think we shouldn't bet everything on them staying allies. As noble as the council members seem now, if their backs are against the wall, they'll abandon us.
Very cynical
You
indeed.
get a pessimistic view of the universe, Williams.
A pessimist is what an optimist calls a realist. Look, if you're fighting a bear and the only way for you to survive is to sick your dog on it and run, you'll do it. As much as you love your dog, it isn't human. It's not racism, not really.
Okay.
Members of their species will always be more important to them than humans are.
These seem like deeply held beliefs, Williams. What made you think this way?
My dad was
My
a
family's defended the
deep-seated
Alliance since it
racist.
was founded. My father, grandfather, great-grandmother,
grandpa
they
too.
all picked up a rifle and swore
Yep.
the oath of service. I guess we just tend to think of Earth's interests as our own.
Big on the Second Amendment, or whatever that one is with the guns. Just shut up.
All right, I can see where your concerns are coming from, Williams. But this is a multilateral mission. You're gonna have to work with aliens, like it or not.
It won't be a problem, Commander. You say jump, I say how high. You tell me to kiss a Turian,
That's
I'll
fucking
ask
right.
which cheek.
I don't think kissing Turians will be necessary.
You never know, Commander.
Dismissed.
Alright, well, maybe that's why we don't talk to Ashley.
Ma'am.
Okay, let's see how Garrus is doing.
Commander, good to see you.
Let's get personal.
You've been with CSEC a while. Have you seen much action?
Well, not as much as you, but yeah, I've seen some interesting things.
I bet you have. Anything in particular that stands out?
I remember this Solarian geneticist I was sent to investigate. That case was a bit disturbing.
What happened? Why were you investigating him?
I was tasked with tracking black market trade on the
I think
Citadel.
we're gonna get
Most
Garrus's
of it harmless, nothing
mission
to
now,
pursue.
or at
But
least
during the
soon.
course of my investigation, I noticed an increase in the trade of body parts, organs mostly. We usually get a few
Damn,
of
that's
those,
some
but not the
Sweeney
numbers
Todd
I've
shit.
seen. We weren't sure if there was a new black market lab or if some freak was harvesting organs from citizens.
You've seen this before on the Citadel?
Every so often, some lab sells unwanted parts through the black market, but they're not as bad as the cycles. I remember this one L-Corps diplomat we caught in my first year on the job. He was hacking people up and selling their organs, had the station in a bit of a panic. But this case wasn't that clear-cut. Turns out there was more going on than we first realized.
Okay.
So how did you figure out what was happening?
First, we got a hold of a sample and ran DNA tests. The weird thing was, the match led us to a Turian who was still alive and was very convinced he'd never lost his liver. After a bit of digging, I discovered this Turian worked briefly for Dr. Salion, the geneticist. So I went to his lab, hoping to find evidence of cloned organ development. But there was nothing. No Solarian hearts, no Turian livers, not one Krogan testicle.
Krogan testicles.
You're kidding, right? Why would anyone want Krogan testicles?
Some Krogan believe that testicle transplants can increase their virility, counteract the effects of the genophage. It doesn't work, but that doesn't stop them from buying. They'll pay up to 10,000 credits each. That's 40,000 for a full set. Somebody's making a killing out there.
We gotta start doing that. We're gonna make some money in this fucking game.
What'd you do about the geneticist?
I brought in some of his employees for interrogation to see if I could get them to talk. While I was interviewing one of them, I came across something suspicious.
Interviewing.
You mean threatening? Was that really necessary?
Maybe, maybe not. Either way,
I think it was.
One of my detainees started bleeding profusely during the interview. We offered to patch him up, and he got frantic, freaked out. I ordered a full exam to find out what was going on. Our medics found incisions all over his body, some of them fresh. That was our big break. These people weren't just Dr. Salion's employees. They were test tubes. Walking, living test tubes.
Gross.
He was growing parts inside these people?
Exactly. He cloned their organs right inside their own bodies. Then he harvested them and sold them off. Most of the victims were poor. He'd pay them each a small percentage of the sales, but only if the organs were good. Sometimes an organ wouldn't grow properly, so he'd just leave it in them. Most of them were a mess, but only on the inside, hidden so nobody could see it.
I hope he got what he deserved.
That's the worst part. We never caught him.
Ah, fuck.
Why not? What the hell happened?
He ran, blew his lab, grabbed some of his employees, and headed for the nearest space dock. By the time I found out, his ship was already leaving. He threatened to kill his hostages if we tried to stop him.
They
But
just
you
let
went
him
after
go.
him anyway, right?
I ordered Citadel Defense to shoot him down, but CSEC headquarters countermanded my order. They were worried about the hostages, worried about civilian casualties if the ship was destroyed so close to the Citadel. I told them those hostages were dead anyway. He just used them to make more organs. But they wouldn't listen.
I mean, I agree.
It's not worth the risk. You pursue the vessel and disable it. That's the best choice.
They sent the military after him, but he got away just the same. Yes, they did. I went to Palin and told him what I thought of him and his policies. He said if I didn't like it, I could quit. Well, I almost did. All they had to do was disable that ship, stop him from running. Maybe the hostages die, maybe they don't, but at least we stopped the bastard responsible for it all.
I don't know about that.
If you don't care about the fate of those hostages, then you're no better than he is. You're just a terrorist with a badge.
Yeah, maybe you're right. It doesn't make it any easier, but I see.
Yeah, Garrus is fucking
Just wish I could've
savage.
stopped
He's just trying to fucking
That's all.
kill
Do you have any
everybody.
idea what happened to Dr. Salion?
I sent out feelers from time to time, hoping to find something. I thought I'd found him a while back. He changed ships and changed his name to Dr. Hart, his idea of a joke, I guess. I told the military, but they weren't convinced it was him. I got the transponder frequency for his new ship, but I just can't get
Oh,
anyone
you
to
know
check it
we're
out.
about to fucking go hit that guy up.
I'll check out the coordinates when I get a chance.
I was hoping you'd say that.
About to
But
crash
Commander,
that guy's
take me
party.
with you when you go. If it's Salion, I want to be there when
Let's
you find
get it. Okay, let's go check in on Tali.
Shepard, I'm glad you're here.
Glad you're
Good
feeling
to see you
better.
smiling again, so to speak.
Aha,
I'm
good
sleeping
one.
much better now. I guess I'm getting used to how quiet your ship is. I still think a lot about my pilgrimage, though. I know Steren's our top priority, but with all the
Okay,
worlds
so we
we go
gotta find
to, I was
something for
hoping
her.
to find something to bring back to the flotilla.
Such as?
We've still got a long way to go. You'll find something to take back.
Yes, but it cannot just be some derelict ship my people can use for salvage. It has to be more than that. There's a lot expected of me.
What's so special about you?
It's my father. He's the senior member of the Admiralty Board. He's one of only 5 people who can overrule the decisions of the Conclave for the good of the migrant fleet. My father is responsible for the lives of 17 million people. Our entire race is in his hands, and I'm his only child.
So
she's
are you
like
some
Princess
kind of heir
Leia.
to the Quarian throne or something?
No, it doesn't work that way. My father's position isn't hereditary.
Great film.
I'll probably never serve on the Admiralty Board myself. Officially, I'm just the same as any other citizen. But it doesn't work that way in practice. People have always treated me differently because of who my father is.
Nepotism.
You must get all kinds of special privileges.
I probably had it easier than most growing up, but it's not all good. People like my father have enemies, and they're not above using me to get to him.
Definitely a lot of
That must be
pressure.
tough on you.
My people place a high value on family and ancestry. There's an unspoken expectation that I'll live up to my father's example. Everyone's waiting for me to do something great on my pilgrimage, something that will forever change our lives for the better. If I don't, it's like I failed, and that reflects badly on both me and my father.
What if we save everyone?
The work you're doing here is more important than anything any Quarian's ever done before.
Well, that's kind of presumptuous.
Yes,
But
I know. But you have to understand Quarian culture. We're a very insular society. The events beyond the flotilla don't much matter to the average citizen. Our greatest dream is that one day we'll return to our homeworld and drive out the Geth. But even if we stop Saren, that's not going to happen. There's still millions of Geth behind the veil. Until they're gone, our exile will continue.
What would you need to bring back to make everyone happy?
Something that would help us better understand the Geth. They've changed significantly since the exile. They've continued to evolve. We've done our best to study them, but it's not easy. They're very reclusive. Until recently, they never went beyond the borders of the Veil. And all the Geth we run into now are under Saren's control. We'd need to find Geth operating on their own, independently. But I don't want this to get in the way of our mission, Shepard. First, we stop Saren. Then I'll worry about my own problems. See you later.
okay, so hopefully we'll be able to find some Geth that are separate from the rest of them.
Hey, Commander, you know that Quarian Tally? She's been spending all her time down here asking me about our engines.
I'll tell her to leave you alone.
What? No, she's amazing. I wish my guys were half as smart as she is.
Cute.
Give her a month on board and she'll know more about our engines than I do. She's got a real knack for technology, that one. I can see why you wanted her to come along.
Hell
I
yeah.
figured she'd be a real asset to the team.
You got an eye for Tally, Commander, but I'm guessing that's not why you came down here.
We can ask about the ship.
I want to know
Haven't talked
more
to
about
this
the
guy yet.
Normandy.
She's the best ship I've ever served on, probably the fastest vessel ever designed. And she's the only one using the new Tantalus drive core.
Okay.
What's so special about the Tantalus drive core?
Proportionally, it's about twice the size of any other vessel. Not only are we faster, but we can run at FTL speeds longer before we have to discharge the core.
Personally.
Where else have you served, Adams?
If you name a class of Alliance ship, I've probably served on it. Everything from dreadnoughts and carriers right down to frigates like the Normandy. My last assignment was on the Tokyo, only a cruiser, but she was a good ship. Couldn't hold a candle to the Normandy, though.
All right. Good
Carry
enough.
on, Adams.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Okay, so we're not gonna end up, I don't think, doing everybody's side quests, mainly because I don't give a fuck about Caden, and I don't really give a fuck about Ashley. So, you know, we'll see what happens. But I'm definitely gonna do Rex and Garrus's missions and Tali's as well, once we get the like option to do her stuff. So now I think before we go to Vermeer and continue with the main story, we are going to do some side stuff. There's a lot of playthroughs I do of this where I don't do any side things, so I'm actually looking forward to doing this stuff and showing y'all what it's all about, because the story stuff is honestly pretty minimal. Like, compared to the rest of the game, it's really only a handful of missions that make up the story. So let's see here. I think we're actually going to start with the absolute worst one, because it's going to give us basically an entire new like leveling tree. Not tree, but path. And to do that, we have to go to Earth. Okay, now like I already said, this mission is pretty much the absolute worst. It's no fun, but we're gonna do it. We gotta do it. Hold on a second. This is Earth. Ah, the moon. So unfortunately, this is where we have to go. An early source of helium-3, Luna is now mined for materials used in space habitat construction. 24 major stations have been constructed at Earth's L4 and L5 Lagrange points, all from lunar resources. Who gives a fuck? We are going to kill a lot of robots. So if you remember, there were a bunch of drones that took over this installation, and we have to go do something about it. So I'm actually going to bring Tali for this one, and Garrus, because we're going to want a good amount of tech for this one. Kind of fun. We get to go visit home. Kind of. Not really. And this is how most of, like, pretty much all the other, like, any mission that's not a main story mission, this is how it always goes. You drop down on the planet with, you know, the Mako. It's, like, pretty much the same. The moon's a little, you know, a little unique, but whatever. Let's see. Map. We need to find the Alliance training ground. We could go to the debris, but, you know, whatever. I guess we just gotta find our way out of this crater. I mean, and a lot of it just feels like this especially. I don't. You just gotta climb up these big hills. It kind of feels like they just randomly, you know, generated some terrain. I don't know. It's pretty shoddy, but this might be the first Mako mission we've done where it's more of a sandbox type deal. Well, there's some debris over here. Let's go check it out. Why not? There's the sun. And there's that other thing. Alright, let's see what we got. It looks like it's a probe or something. Bypass. How do we do this? Oh. Same as it always is. Shield modulator. Let's actually, and one, we leveled up, and I forgot to do that. So, let's see. We can get advanced marksman. I think we should go for that. Ooh, we have a lot of Paragon. We should be set. Okay, and as for equipment, let's check out Tali. Let's see if we can get her some... Ooh, she has Quarian armor. Cool. Let's see what this looks like. Damn, that looks sick. I, like, almost never use her in this game. I don't know why. I just usually don't, so... Tech cooldown bonus, med recharge bonus. And we'll keep her with the one she has. I probably should use her more because she's actually really cool. Let's give her a better pistol. Not a big deal if it's like that good because we're probably only going to use her for this mission, but you never know. And actually, because we are going to be fighting a bunch of... well, it looks like we don't have any more tungsten rounds. Okay. All right. That's fine. Phasic rounds. We've probably got better stuff than that. Shredder rounds. Proton rounds. All right. That's good. Let's go back to Tali. Okay. Do we have any more Garrus armor? Nothing better than what we already had. Okay. Alright, well, let's get over to the base, and I will show you everything I hate about this life. Also, we have to find our way out of here, and I just don't know how to do that. But apparently you can just go, like, do the shit you do in Skyrim when you get on the horse and just climb the mountain anyway. You can just do that. Oh, and there is, if you see the mini-map, there is, like, an edge, so it's not limitless. So what we basically have to do is go into, like, 3 or 4 separate bunkers each and kill all these drones. And it just, there's so many of them, and it's so annoying. But we're gonna do it for science. Oh, And they're shooting at us. This is like, it's like the Matrix or something. All the robots turn on you. They're putting shrimp in your belly button or whatever, and you're like, fuck, man, I just want to play the game. And they're like, no, you gotta go kill these robots. They're putting shrimp in everybody. It's like, it's not the kind of taste good either. They put them in your belly, and it's like you're trying to crawl out, and it's nasty. And I'm like, okay, I get it. I understand why we have to kill these shrimp or whatever, or the robots. We're killing the robots, but the robots are harvesting the shrimp, or there's something going on with the shrimp. I haven't seen Matrix in a while. Let's go inside and get this nightmare going. Okay, so pretty much it's just a lot of hiding behind corners and trying to take care of this. What happens if we destroy the power junction? I don't know, but I would like to find out. I destroy everything. Alright, it's gonna get gross very quickly. Yep. But luckily we have a lot of anti-tech. So I think the way to do this is not to get overwhelmed, because there's so many. It's really easy to get overwhelmed. So we want to make sure they can't come from behind us. And let's see, damping. And just, take them, kind of compartmentalize the fight as much as we can. Because there's a lot of drones. I think we got advanced marksmen, so it goes a little longer. Fighting as sloppy as I can. It's pretty cool. Where we go? Yeah, see, they really rush you. Tali's a little bit hurt. What can we do here? We can keep firing. Alright, sick. Tali's dead, but, whatever. Okay, there shouldn't be a ton more. Of course, there's like 3 more right outside as I say that. Okay, gotta be careful. Our health is dropping. The drones basically have a bunch of machine guns that they shoot at you, and then I think some of them have missiles, so that's what you really gotta watch out for. Alright, gotta level up. That's pretty cool. Looks like there's only one. I watch the shields. One more drone is what I meant by that. Power junction. I think these just explode and do damage. I don't know. Alright. Looking pretty good. And I think if we go in here, we get to shut this down. But let's see. Oh, we might honestly have to destroy these power junctions. I think we... Oh, no, it's just these ones back here. Okay. Oh, okay, we just have to destroy these. It's kind of annoying. Toxic gas is being vented, right? Every time you destroy one, they poison you. Just another thing that makes this mission obnoxious. Overheating my gun, because I'm a fucking dumbass. And I'm going to try to hold off on using the meta-gel as long as I can, just so... I don't get in a tight situation, because I think as you do these bunkers, each one gets increasingly harder in some way. I think there's slightly more like defenses. There's like toxic gas, and then there's other stuff. We'll see. I don't quite remember. Get these ones. Let's just put marksman on so we can shoot really fast and not get a lot of heat. All right. First of the 3 computers is offline. So basically we cleared the first bunker. I guess we'll use a meta-gel to try and get rid of the poison, the toxin, whatever. To the next one. Alright, time to kill a bunch more robots. Stiletto 5. Ooh, Turian armor. Human Liberator. Yo, let's check that out. Oh yeah, we gotta level up too. Forgot about that. I don't care about shotguns. Assault training would be good. We could get lift as well, which we haven't done yet. But we could also go for advanced unity. That'll revive people with a little more health, I think. Yeah. Cool. Now let's check out this armor we got, because I know it's going to be sick. No, it's legit not. What we have is better. Okay, Great. All right, well, let's check Garrus out because he's got... Okay, that's not good either. Okay, sick. Could at least see what it looks like. Be fun. Ah, man, it's a shame. It does look really cool. Oh. Oh, no. Yeah, Scorpion's legit better in every way, so I don't see why we wouldn't use that. I will say, though, let's use a different shield modulator. Plus 100% shields, plus... Yeah, that's sick. That's going to be great. And then I think we got a new pistol, too. Damn, yep, that is sick. Let's put that on. And let's give Garrus the stiletto. I don't know if this is going to do anything, but we will... might as well do it. Never hurts to blow shit up. That is my creed. Great film, by the way. Alright. So, again, we just want to try to make it so they don't overwhelm us, because it's pretty easy to get overwhelmed. Let's throw the barrier on, because they'll come from that direction. But you can see how this is some bullshit, you know? It's just, you hide, you wait for him to come, try not to die. I mean, I guess that's pretty much like everything in the game, but this one's just annoying because you're doing the same thing 3 times, and it never really changes. So it's just these floating drones every time. Oh shit, we might have to back off. Let's see. I don't think the warp is gonna hurt them. Right, and we should run because there's quite a bit of gunfire getting thrown at me. Charge these shields up. And yeah, there's a rocket drone now. There's some advanced assault drones. So the drones get a little tougher with every bunker, but you know, you just don't want to try to go into the room, really. You just kind of want to hang back and hide. And you'll be fine. Let your friends tank the damage if they have to. Not a big deal. Heal some damage. And let's get the last couple drones in here. I legit don't know if you know if destroying these other power junctions does anything, let me know. Because it doesn't really seem like it does, but we'll see. And this is also just, I don't know, it's like this is just boring. Kinetic barrier fields powering up throughout the bunker complex. Huh. Oh. Okay, I guess this is so it's a little... That just seems pointless to me, but I guess if you, like, are trying to rush down through all the robots and, like, shoot these, I guess that makes it a little harder, but really it doesn't. Okay, one more to go. There are no hostiles tallied. Okay, last one, and then we can be done with this. Okay, so now the shields are in this one. I see. So, yeah, it's kind of a pain. Whatever. Literally not gonna matter. Nothing will save these poor robots from their untimely demise. And there's a grenade right there. Great. So we're gonna fall way back, and you almost want to kite them into this. Not kite them, but lure them into this room. That way you can take them out little by little. Yeah, see, there's some rocket drones right there, and this is nice because you really just get to lay into them. Okay, and do still have to be careful because that one rocket took out my entire team. But, you know, that's okay. I think we're pretty well leveled for this because we're taking these drones out pretty quick. If you do this earlier on, like when you first get the mission, it's a little bit... the drones have, you know, that you don't kill them as fast. Additional security drones powering up. Well, that's annoying. Okay, let's get rid of the poison. Okay, so there's just additional drones in this last room. Let's get the barrier on. Watch, they're going to be rocket drones. Is there one? Yeah, there's one. There's only one rocket drone, so let's try to take that out. AI hacking. Let's hack it. I don't think it worked. Let's take it out quick. Okay. Okay, there we go. A burst of white noise over all frequencies nearly deafens you. Your hard suit heads-up display interprets it as a series of zeros and ones. They repeat again and again, blanketing all frequencies until the lights in the final 6 cluster flicker and die. Specialization class achieved. The specialization class will replace your base class in the talents on the squad screen. Talent ranks in your base class transfer over to your specialization class. Go to your squad screen to view the bonuses you gain with each rank in your specialization class. So we get to pick the Shock Trooper, highly trained killing machines. Shock Troopers excel in combat situations, more health, more damage protection, improves immunity or barrier ability, improves the adrenaline ability, or the Nemesis, a biotic specialist who uses Mass Effect fields to inflict heavy damage against opponents, increases duration and damage for all biotic abilities, improves warp, and improves lift. So, pretty cool. Definitely worth it to always do this mission because you get this. Okay, now I know that we are a biotic character, and we do use a lot of biotics. But I think I would honestly rather take Shock Trooper because I want the damage reduction, damage protection, and more health. And I know that having more, like, this would be cool. But I think I'd rather have the health and damage protection. Plus, your barrier gets better. So I think we're going to do that. So what that looks like is you get this here. Barrier stabilization increases barrier strength and duration by 25%. Barrier will regain 40 shields per second. So that's sick. And then adrenaline burst. So I think we're definitely going to go for that. And then, figure it out from there. But that's it. That's that mission. And it's annoying, but once you do it, you get that cool, like, character upgrade. I honestly couldn't tell you why this mission is, like, why they decided this mission, maybe, like, the most boring of all the missions, is the one where you get a class upgrade. I guess maybe it's because it's at the Alliance training ground, and, like, something with the robots gives you, like, a boost in your abilities when they, like, die out like that and send you that code. I really don't know. It's another thing about this game that's just kind of arbitrary and strange to me. But we did it. Took no joy in that, but I think, that's it. Cool, and that's that. So we got some more experience. I don't know if we got more Paragon for that. But, it was worth doing. So I think I'm going to cut this episode here just because it's going on an hour. And we'll pick another one up. Probably go look for Rex's armor. Probably go look for that fucked up Sweeney Todd doctor that Garrus was talking about. We'll just take, get some of these side missions out of the way before we continue with the story, because they actually do give interesting character development information. We'll get some more abilities, get some more armor, get suited up, and we will go from there. So thanks again for watching, everybody. I hope you're having a great day, a great night, whatever you're doing. If you liked the video, feel free to subscribe. Would really appreciate it. We'll have the next video coming soon. This is frycooksonly. You can follow me Instagram and Twitter at frycooksonly. Much love. Talk to y'all next time.